Stand up. There you go. You were dreaming.
Hello, welcome to The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. I wanted to do Bloodborne, funnily enough, next on this channel. I guess a break from Soulsborne games probably wouldn't hurt for a little while, but it turns out the capture card that I wanted to buy is fully out of stock. So, that's good. There's people being at home thinking they could be a professional Twitch streamer, like I am. So, like a good professional Twitch streamer, we're going to be playing the most profitable and sponsor-friendly game in existence, The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, a game from about roughly 14th century, I think it was. We're also playing OpenMW. So OpenMW, for those who don't know, is a kind of... they describe it as a re-implementation of The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. It essentially is, in very, very simple terms, a new engine for it. With a lot of new features, a lot of bugs effects. In terms of a 64-bit system, which is obviously what everybody should be using in 2020, it's way more stable than the original game. I actually bought the original on Steam to play on this channel, but then it didn't run on my PC, so luckily we've got OpenMW here. The amount of work that's gone into this is insane. It's essentially like Morrowind Remastered is probably the best way to describe it. Besides the engine change, though, and the fact that it actually runs in 2020, there's no difference here to the base game, besides, again, like the bug fixes and shit. So what you're going to see here is Morrowind, part and parcel, as intended by our Lord and Savior, Tasty Todd. That's my new name for it. I hadn't planned that out, and that, in fact, comes across a lot worse than I intended. Each event is... Oh, didn't need to read that. In the waning years of the third era of Tamriel, a prisoner born under a certain day to uncertain parents was sent under guard without explanation to Morrowind, ignorant of the role he was to play in that nation's history. And that's really all you need to know.
Stand up.
We're going to skip forward a little bit.
Go. You were dreaming.
It's my man,
What's your name?
Jib. Now, I'm going to play this under the assumption that... Well, firstly, I need to say I haven't played Morrowind in genuinely about 15 years. So, not fully anyway. So, bear with me if I forget a lot of shit. I'm also going to operate under the assumption that very few people have actually played Morrowind, but you probably played Oblivion or Skyrim or probably both. So, you might notice some things in this that are... that come back in Oblivion and Skyrim. Jib, for example, you meet him in the Skyrim DLC, the same character. He's just a regular prisoner at this stage, same as us, because of course it's an Elder Scrolls game. Name? Great fucking question. Name of our mighty hero. God, that's a difficult one. We're gonna call you Crapple Grap. Crapple Grap. No, that's too close to what we've done before. These aren't going to be edited either, by the way. So you got to bear with me. You got to bear with me if I'm trying to work things out. Obviously, I haven't got time to edit videos as much as I used to on account of the graphics card blowing up. So videos take me twice as long to render, which is why I figured we'd do a third series on the second channel of kind of unedited Morrowind. Anyway, we're going to be called Knob Bruntley. Knob Bruntley.
Not even last night's storm could wake you.
Yes, thank you. I think I've heard the intro to this game probably about,
I'm sure that
again, about 50,000 times at this stage.
Quiet.
This is where you get off. Come with me.
This is where you get off. Come with me.
Oh god, I forgot how hideous. And like I said, this is Todd's original vision. This is how it should look, and this is how it did look. Besides, obviously, the resolution, the FOV as well, the shadows, just sort of engine stuff. Textures, all as Todd intended. And my god, I wish he hadn't, because what a fucking mess. Morrowind is very much a beige mesh.
Get yourself up on
To put
deck.
it-
Let's keep this as civil as possible.
To put it politely. It's a complete just dump.
where they want you.
But you can see that they've added some really, really nice changes to it, like render distance, for example. The water reflections are really, really nice in this. They've done a really, really good job with it. Obviously, original Morrowind didn't have that because it would have fried any PC at the time.
Finally
Hello.
arrived,
But our records don't show from where.
What do you want to play as? We're playing in Morrowind, Land of the Dunmer. I feel like playing a Dark Elf is kind of on brand, really. And of course, with all Elder Scrolls games, you are playing the savior of the universe. This is when Argonians look like actual fucking dinosaurs. This is also the first time, I think, Khajiit were actually cat people. Because I'm pretty sure in Daggerfall, they were humans with tails. It was very weird. What do we want to play as? An orc would be interesting. Well, the question is, what sort of play style do we want? To be honest, magic in this, same with ranged, is pretty awful. Like archery builds are pretty horrendous in this because there's no hit detection. Well, there is hit detection with the arrows, but it's not like in Oblivion. If you shoot an arrow at something, the arrows stick out of it. In Skyrim, if you shoot an arrow at something, you can actually see the ballistics of it, the flight and the drop and whatever. In this, it's just kind of imaginary. It's all imaginary. You have to use your mind So I'm thinking we go for Dark Elf gives Ancestor Guardian. Ah, man, Longblade is pretty good. There's a lot of skills here I'm not massively interested in. Like, Destruction, I mean, could come in handy at sometimes. What about High Elf? Very heavily... magic is also a bit crap from what I remember in Morrowind too. Part of me wants to just go big, heavy-handed Nordman. But I always kind of play big, heavy-handed, big axe, big weapon. Strength builds in Dark Souls, strength builds in Skyrim. We're going to play Dark Elf. We're going to play Dark Elf just to kind of force myself into this. Because this has got all sorts of playstyles. You've got a little bit of an athletics. You've got a little bit of destruction, a little bit of light armor, Longblade, marksman. It's kind of all over the place. And I think that might be the most fun for us to kind of customize and go for our own play. There's something I always found weird when I played Morrowind as a little babby. Well, I guess it wasn't that little of a babby. But some of the faces are like way more detailed than other ones. Like this one, obviously, they got the intern to draw. And then this one is like, actually looks like better than Oblivion, I won't lie. Right, in terms of hair, what do you think is good savior of the world hair? Oh, that's it. That I'm pretty sure is also a guy from the box art too? Or like from the manual or something? Anyway.
Great.
I'm sure you'll fit right in. Follow me up to the office and they'll finish your release.
Thanks, me too. Damn, is it Friday already? I made that joke about 500 times during my main channel series because it's just too easy. I need some new jokes. They're all just fucking terrible, aren't they? Hello. Wow. Look at the art. My God. I mean, this game was just before its time, wasn't it? Wow.
You'll go no further until you have your papers.
Thank you. Hopefully you can see the subtitles. I apologize if that's a little bit small, but that's basically all I can really do with it. This is already a smaller resolution than what I would normally play in. This is like 1600 by 900 because if I stretch it up any higher, you just genuinely won't be able to tell what's going on. So do we want to answer his questions, kind of Fallout Goat style? Do you want to give him the info and pick a class from the list? So that's very similar to Oblivion. Or fill out the forms yourself and just go all in. So you get to pick what skills you want in what amount. You get to kind of do tag skills again for those who played Fallout. Let's do this one. So we get to pick major skills and minor skills. Like I said, kind of tags, basically. Specialization, combat. Name, adventurer. No, we are going to be... What's our class name? Class name. We're going to be Mighty... Mighty Elf Boy. Mighty Elfman. Mighty Elfman. It was the guy who wrote the Simpsons soundtrack, wasn't it? Right, so we got specialization, combat, magical, stealth. I think I'm going to stick with combat, to be honest with you. A lot of the best weapons in this game are melee. Particularly when we get to, like, you know, you got to bear in mind we got shit like Sunder and Keening and whatnot in this one too. A lot of the Daedric weapons, there's a lot of Easter egg weapons that are basically pure melee build. So I might go melee, but we'll throw in some other stuff, maybe like a spell sword style. Anyway, favorite attribute, strength and agility. No. Let's get that shit out of here. Let's go magic then. I like the idea of a wait, is it magic in this? Yeah, willpower. No, it's intelligence. So we go strength and intelligence. We'll go spell sword. Major skills, block. Never using a shield. That's for cowards. We're gonna go. What do you think, like long blade? Oh, there's spears in this, which is quite fun. Spears, like, yeah, spears and halberds, long-hafted thrusting weapons. The only problem with spears is the pathfinding in original Morrowind was a bit garbage, but in this version of OpenMW, they recently did a massive pathfinding redo, and I'm worried that the enemies might be able to actually get around spears now. Big old fuck-off axe. Long blade. Let's just go long blade, because there's a lot of really cool long blades in Morrowind. Major skills, let's go for, like, I think restoration would be pretty good. Let's go for, what do you think, medium armor? Bone Mold, Chain, Scale, and Orcish. Bone Mold is arguably some of the coolest ones in the game. Dwemer, Ebony, and Daedric. Oh, man. Heavy armor, but firing off, like, spells. That sounds kind of a fun combo. I know it's not really the done thing, but I just want to do something fun this time. And let's go... I mean, Speechcraft is not a terrible idea. Stealth, Security, Acrobatics. Acrobatics you can genuinely build up just by bouncing around everywhere, so I'm going to be doing that. I apologize if that makes you motion sick. Mercantile isn't really relevant. You do end up with a lot of gold from what I remember, unless, of course, they patch a lot of it out. And we can actually do some scummy stuff to start off with it. You know, I'll do that. Let's do some let's get off on the right foot here. Security, Sneak, Acrobatics. We don't have to pick one of these, but I feel like... I like that under Stealth is Speechcraft. Fuck it, we'll go for that one. Oh, that's a major skill, though. Ah, this is hard. Athletics? Let's go for Athletics, then, as a major skill. So we've got Long Blade, Restoration, Heavy Armor, Destruction, Athletics. And then minor skills, we'll go for, like... let's go for, like, Enchant. Let's go for Security. Let's go, yeah, Sneak, Security. Just so we can kind of be a kind of jack-of-all-trades thing. Speechcraft and, what do you think, like, Mercantile? And then we'll just say, fuck ranged, because in this game it's pretty bad. Let's go Mercantile, then. Perfect. Mighty Elfman. Excellent.
Very good.
The letter that preceded mentioned you were born under a certain sign.
And what
would that be? That's a good question. I mean, The Apprentice, fortify maximum magic skill 1.5 times int, weakness to magic 50%, but if we're wearing big fuck-off armor that we could enchant, the weakness to magic wouldn't be so massive. But as I remember, a lot of the, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of the endgame enemies use quite heavy magicka, like a lot of destruction magic. Tower Warrior, I mean, Warrior seems a bit too generic, huh? What does that one give? Sanctuary. Okay, Akka, very danger sense, that's quite cool. Charioteer gives fortified speed. It's not too terrible, especially if we want to steal something and book it. That's generally what that could be used for. Invisibility for 60 seconds on self. That's invisibility, bear in mind, not like 100% chameleon, so as far as I recall, that one's not too good. The Ritual. Mara's Gift, we also get a couple of spells. Turn Undead. Might not be too terrible. Do the Ash Vampires in the endgame? Sorry, I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't played this one before, because the story in Morrowind is actually really good if you dig deep enough. The Mage, fortify maximum magicka 0.5 times int. Okay, so we're getting a little bit more int from that one. Lover is agility. Oh, man, I don't know. This is hard. It's a hard choice. Let's just go for Mage. Fuck it. We've gone quite heavy into melee. You know, with the heavy armor, the long blade. Let's round off our magic a little bit. So we are Nob Bruntley, the mighty elfman, dark elf, born under the sign of the Mage. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Boom. Okay, show your papers to the captain to get your release, or something like that.
Show your papers to the captain
Thank you.
when you exit to get your release fee.
Right, give me that shit. And this is where we are going to rob this poor man blind. Unless they patched out an OpenMW. So this used to work in Morrowind. So he's got this really nice looking lineware platter there. 650 septims. The only issue is if you pick it up, I think it's kind of there as something to entice you to steal, so it can teach you that stealing is bad in this video game. But you can kind of, because if you steal anything in these first couple of rooms, it's like, oh, you bad criminal. If you do that in the real world, you'll get put in prison. But if you do this, steal it, put it back, when the guard talks to you, he'll say, oh, we'll let your actions go for now. Once you release stuff like that, we'll get you arrested. And you say goodbye, then you can just pick it up. Because it's already a stolen good. Like, it's already yours, so you can just take it again. Man, I'm so glad they haven't patched that out. That's really fun. Okay, we got Iron Dagger, something about a Scamp's Claw. Yeah, dagger sharp as Scamp's Claw by the morning. Ruskar. From Gansiel. That sounds slightly elven. Gave him a bit too much of a Nordic voice there. What have we got? Silverware Pitcher, that's mine. Flynn, that's mine as well. Silverware Cup. Oh, man. These Imperials. They're loaded. Should I turn down the audio a little bit? I think our picking shit up audio is much louder than I thought here. Hang on. Just go ahead and turn that down a little bit. Let's turn... Oh, God. Effects are massive. Right, there we are. I want voice to be up so you can obviously hear what they're saying, because the subtitles will only get us so far. Now, not everything is voice acted in this. It's only kind of their introductory kind of statement and really important shit that's voice acted. So I apologize if the subtitles are a little bit small. I can maybe lower the resolution for next time, but I'll let you guys give me some feedback on that one. Give me that Quama egg. Oh yeah, what have we got in here? Just take the lot. It's all, I want to call it herb lore, but that's not right. Alchemy. Alchemy ingredients. What have we got here? Mats. Thank you. Mazda? I don't know what you're talking about. Right, let's get out of here. So the other thing we want to grab... Oh, there's two other things we want to grab, actually. We want to grab that ring, which is a very fancy enchanted ring. We can give it to a man, and he'll, like, give us cheaper rides around town, or something like that.
Papers, please.
It gives you a cheaper Tilt Strider ride, but we could just keep it. It's actually not a terrible ring, from what I remember. Hang on. What does it do? Restore health for 1 to 5 points for 1 second on self. It's got 20 charges. Nah, we'll probably just give it back to him, to be honest. We'll save more money than that thing is worth just from turning it back to him. So we've got Celos Gravius too. We want to do one more thing before we speak to Celos Gravius. This one's a little harder to pull off. We want to get that key using the... Are you alright? Is he coming on to me? We want to get this key in the same way we got the last one, but obviously he stood right fucking there. So this has to be pretty damn fast. There we go. Okay. So then we can just take that. Warehouse key. Now that's going to let us really get ourselves armored up here. We're going to go and raid the Imperial Warehouse as one of our first things, as any good Dunmer should do, given that, you know, Morrowind is more or less occupied at this stage. Depending on how you look at the politics, really. Okay. Here we are. Your introductory town, Seydonin. It's a bit of a dump, I won't lie. Most of Morrowind is a bit of a dump, I guess, by 2020 standards, right? It's just a few brick houses in a swamp. Although some of the capital cities, I'd argue, actually look better than the cities in Oblivion. Like when we get to Vivek, that's a mind-blowing city, to be honest. Especially, bear in mind, for the age of the game, too. So let's go and use that warehouse key that we grabbed. I'm going to start the bouncing up to put up our acrobatic skill. Now, as I recall, you can rob all of this stuff and the guard doesn't care? Yeah, so you see the crosshair is red, showing that this would be stealing. There is a guard upstairs. He's like a... Yeah, he's just there. You can't see us because we're way too far away. And obviously, normally you're supposed to, like, pick the lock to get in here or find a different way to get the key. Warehouse shipping log. That's mine. Thank you. Might be used in the quest. No idea. We're just going to take everything. This is all the Imperial provisions for their little garrison in Seyden Inn. And we're going to take just the fucking lot. I think it's probably going to over-encumber us. So we might have to do 2 trips here. But there's a trade house right outside that we can go and sell all this shit to. And then when we've done this, I won't scum it up anymore. We'll play Morrowind, again, as Todd intended. Right, what are we looking for? There should be some more... I think there's a load more armor up here in hindsight. Oh, shit, this might take 3 journeys. Moon sugar? Yeah, moon sugar. So, there's moon sugar and skooma. If you speak to merchants while you have either one of them in your inventory, they just basically won't do business with you. They'll say, you get out of here with that filthy skooma. And all you do is just drop it on the floor in front of them and they're good. Was that an enchanted axe? Whoa. What was that? Silver spark axe. Oh, that's quite cool. 20 charges and it does an additional 3 to 7 shock damage. Chop, slash, and thrust. That'll become relevant in a minute. If you've never seen Morrowind's combat system, you're in for a fucking treat. It's all dice rolls. It's not like hit detection. There's no, like, no sweet spots or anything like that. It's just pure swing and hope that the dice roll lands in your favor. It's obviously based on your stats, too. We're able to loot everything. Man, I thought this would take a few journeys. It is all leveled loot, as far as I recall, as well. So, like, randomly generated stuff. So we probably just got that spark axe, which... instead of getting, you know, like 6 fucking pauldrons or something garbage like that. The Morrowind armor system is so cool as well. Because it's not just, you know, in Skyrim you wear... Actually, what do you wear in Skyrim? You wear like a cuirass and you wear legs and boots or something like that. In this, it's like everything. It's like right glove, right pauldron, left pauldron, greaves, boots. It's fucking insane, the amount of customization you've got with builds in this. And of course, you can enchant every piece and weird stuff like that. Yeah, I think we've well and truly cleared this place out. Very nice. Right, so now we get to go to my man Ariel and see what he's got in his trade house. See if we can tailor something more to our build. We went heavy armor, and a lot of the stuff we've stolen is probably not very good heavy armor. Hello. Oh, this is the guy we can return the ring to.
This better be important.
Fargoth. He's so fucking scary, isn't he? He looks a little bit more like the elves from Warhammer Fantasy. With like their spooky eyes. I swear they took my ring. I swear, one of the guards had it. It's mine last week before their weekly Let's Shake Down Fargoth ritual. An engraved healing ring, family heirloom of mine. Here, take it. There we are. You know my favorite man, I'll be sure to tell the others, especially my friend Ariel who runs the trade house. Oh, right, okay. Sorry, my bad. I thought he told the Silt Strider guy. Maybe he does still... Okay, Solstheim, thank you. You're a bitter green. What does that mean? You're a bitter green. Might as well wear a sign. New in town. Okay, thank you. He can do something from what I remember. I might be mad. No idea. There's someone who definitely speaks to the Silt Strider. Oh, it's the lady, is it not? Basically, she speaks to the guy who runs the Silt Strider and is like, happy to give you a little advice. There we are. Atlas, go see Darvam Hellran over at the Strider Port, over at the bridge in Castle on the Water, and tell her Vonuius Nusius sent you. There we are. And then I think that gives us a little bit of a discount or something like that. So let's go sell all of our crap to this guy. We are going to have to throw our skooma and our moon sugar on the floor, though. Hang on a minute. Right, skooma. Take it. No. I want to yeet it. Oh, right, that is what it means. It means, like, take it into your hand. So to equip things, you have to actually, like, physically drag it onto yourself. We'll get ourselves equipped with our best armor in a second. Oh, man. Got like a steel helmet there. That's actually really good. We'll get ourselves equipped with our best heavy gear before we start trading. That way we know what crap we can obviously give to Ariel. Ariel? I think it's Ariel in hindsight. Anyway, steel helm. It's heavy armor. Give me that shit. Heavy armor. Yep, thank you very much. What have we got here? It's got Imperial left pauldron. They've got the same armor rating, but this one's worth more, so I guess we'll take one of those. It's a left gauntlet. Oh, sorry, that's a gauntlet. The other one was pauldron. Right, there we are. We've got a right gauntlet as well. Get that shit equipped. There we are. My god, we look ridiculous. Imperial studded leather cuirass. Okay, we've got fur greaves. We've got a fur helmet. That's it in terms of armor. Oh, shit. The silver spark axe. Now, we are good at, what, long blade? So, ideally, we might actually want to sell the spark axe and swap it for something else. We'll keep the broadsword, I guess. Yeah, we'll keep the Imperial broadsword then for the time being. And then everything else we've got in our backpack, we can sell pretty happily. Hello. Right, barter. What have you got, my friend? You got any good swords that are kind of better than what we've got? It's got like halberds. Those are really cool. Silver short sword, steel short sword, long blade, iron claymore. Oh wow, look at that. 6 foot range, 125% speed. It's got 1 to 24 on the chop. Oh wow, that's. I mean, it's more of a gamble, but on average, when you got 6 to 12 and that's 1 to 24, I guess that would be a lot better, wouldn't it? How much is that? 80. Versus our... The bonus to the broadsword, though, is that we can use a shield with it. But obviously, I kind of said... I think I actually said, fuck shields, those are for cowards. I think it's the direct quote. So we might as well go sort that out for a big, heavy two-handed weapon instead. No arrows, thank you, they're garbage. Right here. Take the lot. Wow, this looks like a lot of the things I sold the Imperial Legion the other day. Oh, funny that. Weird. Don't ask any questions. Bloat? Bone meal. These are all the things we eat, right? Is it worth selling those off? I mean, we haven't really got much else. Oh, he does have a lot of cool armor, though. Look at this. Pair of chain cuirass counts as medium. He's got an iron cuirass as heavy armor. It's better just to buy heavy armor from what I remember. Steel greaves. We've got steel greaves already. Well, let's go ahead and buy that iron cuirass, then. What are we missing? We're missing a... Is that a right pauldron, I believe? What have you got for me here? Steel right pauldron. Fantastic. We've got our gauntlets. We've got, obviously, our chest armor now, too. Fantastic. He's going to give us 273 gold as well. Once we'll sell the garbage, if nothing else. Sell these fucking candlesticks and crap. Oh, what happened to the platter? Lime platter. Oh, no. I know what I did. My bad. So when I picked up the key, I forgot to drop the platter. So the guy took the platter from us. What you're supposed to do is drop the platter on the floor before you pick up the key. And because it obviously still counts as stolen items. So we took the platter away from us, but we got the key, so I'm not going to bother about that too much. Not really a big deal, is it? We're already well armored. I think I'll hang on to the rest and we can just munch through it. I don't think there's any other... It's 8 pillows? Yeah, you can have that. You can have a spoon, a vase. You can have these crappy bottles too. I think that's all the junk anyway. Yeah, besides the stuff we have to keep. Package for Chaos Cossides. Go ahead and sell that one and ruin the game. So you can as well kill... There are no essential characters in this. So if you end up killing a character who's essential to the main quest, it will just say, with the death of this character, the thread of prophecy is severed. You can persist in your doom world or reload or something like that. So you genuinely can fuck yourself entirely. So you have to be very careful about who we kill. You can't just murder hobo everything, unfortunately. Got some lockpicks there. It's going to be too relevant for the timing. Fine. Sold to my Altma friend. Thank you. What have we got on the floor? Take my moon's sugar back. Thank you. Right, let's go and get ourselves equipped. Oh, look at this. Holy shit. We are a champion. Look at this man. Mishmash of armor. Oh, the animations. Holy fuck, that sword is massive. Wow. Okay, we're ready for the world now. Thank you. You've done us a great service, my friend. I don't know where we sell moon sugar or skooma. We need to find somewhere to store it. Otherwise, whenever we try and trade with the shop, they'll basically send us away. What else can we get in... Sadanin. So there's a dead tax collector. Again, look, I'm not going to remember everything. The second we get to like Balmora, that's it. Like that's where the extent of my knowledge goes with this game. There's a dead tax collector somewhere with like 200 dollary dues that we'll try and get ourselves. These are mud crabs. Obviously look very different in Morrowind. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. This fucking combat system. There we go. Not bad. Can loot it for some crappy mud crab flesh, but I'm not going to be doing that. Hello. We're just gonna get a little bit of training in, you know. Just get a little bit of practice in. What was the best? So there's an option. There used to be an option actually, from what I remember in gameplay. Like auto use best attack. Yeah. So what this will do is, it's kind of the best way to describe it, it's kind of like a chivalry system. If you're moving left, you'll do a swing. If you're moving backwards, you do a chop. Or if you're moving forwards, you use a stab or something like that. But with this, it will automatically use whatever the best attack for you and your weapon is. So in this case, it's the overhead attack. Fuck. Oh my god. We could be here a while. Welcome to Morrowind, everyone. And this, I think, is what put up a lot of people from playing Morrowind. Now, this is only because we are, like, fresh-faced, straight off the boat, you know? When we get a little bit better, you'll rarely miss. But I think this definitely put a lot of people off of this game. Because it's like, oh, I'm swinging, I'm not actually hitting anything. The weapon is clearly hitting the enemy. It's just not doing fuck all. I think that pissed a lot of people off. There are obviously mods to change that if that, you know, if that's too much to overcome. Anyway, here's the dude who has the 200 gold. Thank you very much. And we'll also take your tax record too. There's a dispose of corpse button that will just immediately... Oh, you cannot remove this corpse. Oh, it's a quest NPC. If you dispose of corpse, the corpse will actually disappear forever and you get all the items off it. These Kwama. Ugh, dirty little things. Get out of here. Whoa! We've been paralyzed. We've been paralyzed. Oh, we're free. We're free. Haul ass, haul ass. Let's just get away from that. I don't want to be paralyzed to death, thank you. Right, so the other thing we're looking for is the levitate man. And then we'll head about. Then we'll get back into the, you know, some fresh gameplay that I have absolutely no fucking clue what I'm doing with. Where is it? Somewhere over this hill, I think? Are we still being chased? Oh my god. They really have improved the pathfinding. Like, genuinely, before in Morrowind, you'd be able to just hop on a rock and they'd never be able to get you. Or you'd move, you know, like 20 foot away and they'd get stuck on the terrain. But these things are pretty... These things are pretty vicious now, aren't they? Hello. Now, if you're a speedrunner, you can use this to genuinely skip right through to the end of the game. We're just going to take a shit and leave. Are they still... They're still following us. Man, that's insane. Genuinely a little bit blown away by that. Now, the shadows are about the only thing that's kind of graphically... Well, there's a lot of things graphically that are different. But the biggest thing I notice is the shadows. They're real time. So, depending on the position of the sun, obviously the time of day and whatever else, you'll get different shadows generated. It's actually really cool. There was a really fun video where they did a time-lapse of it. Obviously, original Morrowind didn't have that. That'd be way too advanced for a game like this. I think they're still chasing. They are still chasing. Oh, man, that means that we're kind of limited in what we can do in terms of scummy stealing. You can't just grab an item now and hide on a box until all the guards... Because you used to be able to, like, hide on a box, and then the guards would run all the way around trying to find you. In that time, you could obviously give them the slip. But now it's not going to be... Oh, the guard's after him. Yes. Hopefully he'll die. Absolutely not. This is a trained Imperial Guardsman. Look at him go. Excellent work. Thank you. That me, a defenseless citizen. Completely defenseless. Look at that fucking pauldron. My god. Anyway, let's get out of here. So we've got to go to the first real city of the place. And again, the cities in this game I think are genuinely a little bit more impressive than Oblivion. Unlike Oblivion as well, they're fully open. So, you know, like when you would go into, say, Skingrad, for example, you go through a big gate and then you would just be in Skingrad City with a big fucking wall around it. And then to get back out into the open world, you'd have to go through another big old gate. But in this, they're all fully open, which is kind of fun. Well, most of them are open anyway. So we're going to go to... what have I got to say? Murder of... Oh, there's a murder in town. Associate Gallo in the census office. Oh, it's a quest, isn't it? Right, got it. You want to say, you. Do him a little favor. Poor fellow, I don't think he's happy here in Morrowind. Okay. Is that cheaper now? My trade. Destinations. Yeah, how do I do again? Oh, we hit the travel button, that's it. So let's go to... We got Balmora, Vivek, Suran, or Nisis. We want to go to... Vivek is kind of the capital. Vivek is very, very cool as well. We'll go and see that at some stage. Let's go to Balmora, though. Because that's where...
Special trip just for you. Same low price.
Thank you, my friend. So this is where we are going to go and visit our first contact. We're basically working sort of for the Blades right now, as you'll see in a second. But again, look, the city's all completely open, which is kind of fun. So we want to go to... I don't remember where his house is. Bear with me here. We're looking for Caius Cossides. Man, this is really cool. They made it look really, really modern, haven't they? Holy shit. If this was regular Morrowind at this stage, it would have crashed. You can install a shitload of mods like this. It would all have crashed. Okay, I think he's somewhere over here, but I might be wrong. It's like this one, maybe? Oh, God. This could take a while. There's no map markers or anything. I should also point out there's no, like... There's no clairvoyance, like in Skyrim. There's no compass. There's no guide. A lot of the time you get vague directions. It'll be someone saying, like, oh, go left of the bridge and then across the river until you hit a hill. Continue west around the hill. And it's like, oh, like, you genuinely have to try and find your way. It's a massive ball ache. So don't be surprised if I pull up game FAQs from 1912. It's one of these, right? Is it this one? There we are. Hello, my man. Oh, good God. Look at the muscles on you. Wow, my man. How's it going? I'm Caius Cossides, but what do you mean you were told to report to Caius Cossides? What are you talking about? Let me click the report to Caius Cossides button. So you say your name is Nob Bruntley. Speaking of Nob Bruntley, you've been told to report to me and deliver a package. Perhaps you'll let me look at it? Brother? Between us, there's enough packages going. Yes, very interesting. So it says, the Emperor wants me to make you a novice in the Blades, and that means you'll be following my orders. Are you ready to follow my orders, Nob Bruntley? Absolutely. Yes, sir. Welcome to the service, novice Nob Bruntley. You belong to the Blades. With the Emperor's eyes and ears in the provinces, you can use my bed if you need to rest, but leave my personal stuff alone unless I say otherwise. If you like, you can improve your modest skills with our Blades trainers now, or if you're in a hurry, I can give you orders right away. Blade trainers. Right, so there's Rithleen, Taya Malin, 9 toes here in Balmora, in Caldera. See Serani Liariane in Aldrune. See blah, 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 blah. Yeah, good luck remembering all this shit. Luckily, that goes in the journal, so I haven't got much to worry about. Alone the Scout can be found in Ariel's Trade House in Sadine. That's worth remembering. Okay, give me some orders. First thing, Pilgrim, you're new. Here's 200 Drakes. Go. Oh, right, not Septims. We're apparently using Drakes these days. Go get yourself a decent weapon, or armor, or spell. Second thing, you need to cover your identity. Around here, freelance adventure is a common profession. Sign on with the Fighters Guild, Mages Guild, Imperial Cult, or Imperial Legion. Really fun idea in this game is that you can actually straight up join the fucking Legion, which is really, really cool. Obviously, something they never actually added in any subsequent games. Just Fighters Guild, Mages Guild, Thieves Guild, and Dark Brotherhood, right? Which are obviously in this game as well. Basically, it's just saying, go and... I mean, I do kind of like about this game. It's just saying, go out there, do shit. Join a guild, find freelance work, do whatever you can. And basically, when we hit a certain level, we can come back and get some actual orders from him. Ready for orders? Good. Go talk to Hasfat and to Bolis at Balmora Fighters Guild, asking what he knows about the Nerevarine secret cult and the Sixth House secret cult. You have to do him a favour first, probably an ugly favour, but do it and then get information from Antibolis and report back to me. So we can get on with the main quest straight away. I think it'd be good to join the Fighters Guild and the Mages Guild, to be honest with you. What's this? Brother, what's going on in here? Huh? Skooma? Moon Sugar? Poor Caius. I mean, he's clearly... Oh, can we take anything? No, everything's stealing from him, apparently. I think we take things that are like a really low value. Like his redware pot he's fine with. I think we've had enough redware pot, brother. And that's Caius. Kind of a really sad character. It's when they used to do like a bit more of the immersive storytelling. Like, he comes across just by his dialogue as a regular old blade, but then you see, like, the crack pipe under his pen, you're like, oh, shit. Damn, that's pretty tragic. Okay, so, we want to go to... I'm not sure whether to go Fighters Guild or Mages Guild, really. Not Bruntley needs guiding. So I'm going to leave it to you, comment section. We're more built, I would say, for a melee build. But, maybe that's a better excuse to get into the Mages Guild. You know, start training our skills there. They're both over here, so what we'll do is we'll call it here for today. We'll hang around by the Mighty Mages Guild. I'll give it as a save. Here. Nob Bruntley. Bruntley. And then tomorrow, depending on how you guys vote, we'll join either the Fighters Guild or the Mages Guild.